This is Murder Manor, a murder mystery audio drama, devised by Activate Youth Theatre as part of the Read On project. There was torrential rainfall as a drenched man approached the mahogany door, admiring the outside structure of the mansion for its worth. He took several moments to examine the intricate details and rows upon rows of windows before knocking on the door.
Hello? Can I help you?
Good evening. I was hoping to speak to Miss Cynthia Van Der Bolt.
Miss Cynthia? Can I ask, what are you doing here so late in the evening?
My apologies for my late arrival. I've traveled from South Carolina. You see, I'm Bartholomew Van Der Bolt, Cynthia's son.
Excuse me? Cynthia's son? Oh. Maybe you should step in out of the rain.
He stepped inside, out of the downpour of rain, and glanced around at the surroundings. The magnificent paintings and pictures littered around the walls. He grew interested. Unaware that the value of this estate was this high, he examined the grand hallway and brought his attention back to the maid.
Please take a seat. I'm sorry to have to tell you this. Miss Cynthia isn't here. I'm afraid Miss Cynthia passed away a few days ago.
Passed away? But...
Yes, murdered actually. I am sorry to have to tell you this.
By who?
There's an ongoing investigation. We don't know yet.
At the mention of an investigation, Bartholomew grew uneasy and shifted slightly in his seat.
Oh, I can't believe this. I just recently received a letter from her, asking me to come here. I have it here.
May I read the letter?
Of course. It's about me and her, and this estate.
My dearest Bartholomew, there are many ways in which I could wish to greet you, and the letter is not one of them. However, such is the case with many things. Life, or rather the lack thereof, has gotten in the way. I suppose I should begin by introducing myself. My name is Cynthia Van Der Bolt, and I am your mother, by blood, but not much else. On the day that I am writing this to you, you were not much younger than I was when I had you. Funny how time works, isn't it? I need you to understand that giving you up is my singular regret in life. I may have only held you in my arms for a moment, but I have held you in my heart ever since. If I could go back, I would most certainly do things differently. Time has allowed me to see that there is more to life than money, estates, and reputation. Enclosed with this letter is an engagement ring. For some time, I have observed your life from a distance. I know you may not know me, but we have met. Most recently last fall, the year that the Harvest Festival was in town. I was the woman sitting at the table and drinking coffee in the restaurant you worked in. You must have thought I was odd for staring at you, but I just couldn't believe how such a tiny baby could grow into a man like you. You have my eyes, you know. Well then, I found myself rambling. That's quite unlike me. The engagement ring, yes. I know that you've been courting that girl, Alice, for some time now. Believe me when I say that you should not let love like that slip away. Use this ring and marry her. It would mean the world to me to have even such a small part as this in your life. What's more, I am leaving you my estate. When you receive this letter, go there. You will find it easy enough with the return address. Everything I own is yours. I know it is not enough to make up for all I stole from you. I just hope it is enough to start. It is only when staring death in the face that you come to know these things, but I beg you not to make the same mistakes that I did. Live for love and nothing else. Work with others, not against them. I wish I could give you this advice in person, as a mother should. But I have cheated life enough, and I cannot cheat death. If we meet in some other life, I promise to be the mother I should have, with all of my love. Your mother, Cynthia.
Are you sure this is from Cynthia?
Of course I'm sure. Don't you recognize the handwriting?
I guess so. It doesn't feel like her tone.
Well, I wouldn't know, would I? I never met her.
Of course, I'm sorry. When did you receive the letter?
A few days ago. As I said, I live in South Carolina, so it might have taken a while for it to arrive.
Of course. Well, I'm so sorry that you've traveled so far and you haven't got to see her.
Well, if what you're saying is true, that would make this estate mine, wouldn't it?
Bartholomew leaned back into the chair, relaxing himself as he requested a drink, a martini to be precise. The entitlement attitude had set in, as the thought of this manor being all his encompassed his thoughts. Meanwhile, the detectives had returned to the office, now throwing together the evidence they had gathered, despite how poorly they were piecing it together. They were in the process of deciding how they would proceed with the case, and how they could overcome one another's approach to solving the murder. Their annoyance with each other only grew.
No, don't go blame me. You forgot the warrant, okay? I can't believe you would do that. That is so stupid. I mean, how long have you been doing this job? What, 2 months?
Besides the point, why the hell were you provoking her? We could have just gone and got one. But now if she put in a complaint, we're at risk.
I'm a vet. I know what I'm doing, all right? You know what this... I'm getting a smoke. I need to smoke. Swear to God.
God. Can you put that thing out? I have bad lungs.
You just have an issue with everything. I swear to God. Anyway, look, I'm just going to put it in the bin. God, what is that? What is the I swear to God.
That's just an old metal thing that the woman gave to me.
That's not no metal thing. What? That's an audio tape. You're the young fangled one. You should know stuff about this. Look, we have a tape recorder in the precinct, okay?
Wait, you think this is of note? The old woman, you know, the one who constantly talks about everyone?
Oh yeah, that gossip. Swear to God.
Yeah.
She's looking at maid visits, sir. No one else will. Anyway. Yeah, no, it's an audio tape. It's got to have something on it. I mean, we have to at least listen to it. I'll put it on here.
Maribel.
Miss Cynthia, we need to talk.
Yes, I believe that's why we're sitting here.
Miss Cynthia, those letters you gave me to analyze, there's information there that could only be known by someone close to you.
Well, what exactly do you mean by that?
They know about what happened in South Carolina.
Maribel, nobody can know what happened in South Carolina. That's impossible.
Except your sister.
My sister has nothing to do with it. Just show me the files.
I don't know if you're going to want to see these, Miss Cynthia. They might shake you.
Maribel, I didn't hire you to read me the weather, did I? Hand me the files.
There you go.
You need to get rid of these.
But, Miss Cynthia, this changes everything.
You need to get rid of these. Do you hear me? These need to be buried. Nobody can know these exist.
But with these letters, we can pin the evidence on one person and one person only.
I don't care what we can do. I hired you to do what and I advise that you do that. No one knows about these. I would recommend that you pretend you never saw them.
Miss, you understand your life is in danger.
I understand quite well, and I don't appreciate you telling me that as if I'm a fool. Now, I am paying you good money, and I would expect you to do your job for that reason. But in case you don't, I happen to know about your time in London. I happen to have done time in 3 different letters, which are currently being kept awaiting my command to send to newspapers, and your little will be published all around this country. So I would advise you to do what I think.
That would ruin everything. My reputation, my career that I've built.
Oh, darling. That's the point of blackmail. You don't threaten someone with something that won't ruin their life. That's not the point.
Fine. I won't publish the files, but I wouldn't be surprised if you end up missing, or even dead.
Is that a threat?
No threats. I'm just saying what I know.
Okay, well, this is what you're gonna do. You're going to put those files back in your bag, take them home, and put them somewhere that no one will ever find them, and forget that this meeting ever happened. Otherwise, what was it you said? Ruin your life and career that you spent so long building?
You'll regret this, Cynthia.
Oh, Maribel, I regret nothing.
End of part 4.